Hello everyone, and yes, that is right. I am indeed, of course. Oi, oi, it's your boy. From across the pond, you guys, finest Ricky J, bringing you the hard-hitting takes, bold predictions, and straight-up banter. Welcome to The Bell Never Stops Ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast. And we go ahead and do this, of course. So, very hot day here in the UK, very hot day here in England, so bear with. I mean, plenty of water throughout this, but I am still on the hunt for a e-fake company. Spots are open. You want in, you let me know, or let Billy know. Speaking of Billy, go and check out his Pro Wrestling Tees. You'll get a shout out on REW should you buy a shirt and the money for the cancer t-shirt go to a cancer charity. Also go and check out our RW Reality of Wrestling Booker T's company. Who Billy is, of course, a trainee wrestler and referee. So you may even see him calling the 1, 2, 3 or being involved in the action. Also, go and stop by, check out, drop a like, drop a share, drop a subscribe. Forbidden Podcast that is on right now. I will be certainly watching that after this. But head over there, Nick. One of the co-hosts was on a future episode of this, and will probably be wasn't on an episode of this. Sorry, will probably be on a future episode, and vice versa with his podcast. But let me go and take a big, massive sip of water here. Like I said, it is absolutely roasting, absolutely boiling here in the UK. So, without further ado, let's kick this off with segment number 1, which of course is what's cooking at the table. So, what have I been up to since last week? Well, pretty much more the same. So, heading to the gym, doing 2 days, Monday and Tuesday, of Crown Green Bowling, going to my games club, went to Men's Shed, did a little bit more this week. Give a helping hand to put together a table, and of course my craft class that I always go to and see. We've got 3. I know we've got 4, but 3 that I'll be watching. 3 big pay-per-views this weekend. So obviously, of course, done some of these. One for Night of Champions, Slammiversary, and the Great American Bash. So that's what I've been up to this week, guys. So, guys, you let me know what you've been up to, what have you got coming up. What have I got coming up? Well, probably more of the same. But let's roll along here to segment number 2, which is all about the glitz, the glamour of Hollywood as we go down the Hollywood Walk of Fame for I do have to keep myself very hydrated here. Like I said, a boiling hot day here in the UK, but it is movie talk. I'm going to coming through, I think. And Marcus Gill, hello to you. And Marcus, I'm just enjoying my time away from working. That is cool. That is good. And thank you for the comment. As always, you're always appreciated. So what movies have I been watching this week? Well, only one, and that was The Mandalorian and Grogu. Decent film. Obviously, part of the Star Wars franchise. Yeah, it was decent enough to kind of tell the story of Grogu or Obi-Wan Kenobi. Did he think he late? No, Obi-Wan Kenobi, not at all. Yoda, sorry, it was Yoda that he later on to become. I think that's the story. But this I'm going to give a rating of B. So guys, let me know what movies you've been watching and what will you be watching. What have you got on your watch list? Now, there is no news and headlines. There is no This Week in Wrestling History. But right after this ad, we're going to get into a few birthdays. So let me go ahead and play this first. So yes, Protein Tees Goldman's won perfect t-shirt weather. Like I said, boiling hot here in the UK. So perfect weather to go out and represent, to show off, to get those pinfall counts out of 3 shout-outs and induct to the People's Wrestling Channel Hall of Fame. Yes, 3 shout-outs and I induct you into the People's Wrestling Channel Hall of Fame. So Protein Tees Goldman's won. And speaking of gifts, it is now time for Wrestler Stays. So whose birthday is it, or would it have been today? Well, it is, starting with the Hall of Famer J.J. Dillon, Mark Jindrak, Matt Striker, and also would have been Jackie Fargo's birthday. So happy birthday to all of those. Hope you celebrate only in the way you can. Now, speaking of packages and receiving stuff, it is now Wrestle Crate unboxing time. So I take a big suicide dive into this, and let's see what we've got this time. So, t-shirt does go to the side as always. So we have got, so in the next Wrestle Crate will be Goldberg's autograph. King of the Deathmatch 1995. Got that to watch. We'll certainly be watching that. Got a banger after banger badge. Got another coaster, and it's Tokyo. It's Tokyo Dome 1. A few seconds here, a few seconds. Got some more socks, and it is. Actually, open these up if I can. Don't want to be taking too much time here because it is a hot day. But it is some drop kick socks. Looks a bit possibly AJ Styles, I think. So got those. 2 autographs, starting with the former Will Cruz, now known as Mason Rock, and the one and only prize fighter himself, KO Kevin Owens. And for the t-shirt, which is Nacho Man's Mexican food joint. So I cover Macho Man Randy Savage inspired one. So that's cool. So yes, that is this month's Wrestle Crate. Let's get into now a bit of wrestling chatter as we look at today's wrestling scene with one second, guys. 1 second. With that is right. I'm not sure it played on my end, but it didn't play on my end. Might play on your end, but it is nonetheless. 1 second. It is wrestling roundup. So, nothing on AEW really to discuss. Let's jump right into last week's Friday Night SmackDown. It's actually got a little dark, so let me just try and sort that out if I can. There we go. Should be sorted. So, we kicked off last week with Cody Rhodes retaining the Undisputed Championship with special guest referee against Gunther. The match restarted, and then Gunther won by DQ. Speaking of people retaining gold, still your WWE Tag Team Champions, Damian Priest and R-Truth. MFT's unsuccessful. Ricky Saints claimed victory over Carmelo Hayes. Jey Uso has yeeted his way to the King of the Ring finals. a match set, or a few matches set for Night of Champions tomorrow, and Liv Morgan also sees herself in the finals. So the Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Sami Zayn stuff is okay. They're putting Sami Zayn into the title picture, which and I do need to put this up, guys. Let me just go ahead and do this. Oh, it is up. My apologies. This is up already. So let me just carry on from that. They're putting Sami Zayn into the title pictures. I'm not really opposed to that. Priest and Archer is retaining, no shocker. Mickey Saints beating Kamala Hayes, okay. Jey Uso into the fight. Jey Uso and Liv Morgan into the finals. Not shocked about Jey Uso. And I actually thought Liv would have found, not Liv, Charlotte would have advanced. It would be Charlotte, Io Sky at Night of Champions. Didn't go down like that. So for those that weren't watching my SmackDown watch long, where were you? But I'm going to give it a rating of half thumbs up. Getting into Monday Night Raw, that had Oba Femi making his way out. Then Jey Uso did. Remaining the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Brie Bella and Paige, and then Lyra Valkyria attacked Bayley. Chad Gable came out. Alpha Academy did. Maxine got on the stick. Ethan Page got his hand raised high against Dragon Lee. Jackie Redmond did an in-ring interview with Io Sky. This brought out Liv Morgan. L.A. Knight victorious against Jimmy Uso. Earlier on in the day, Corey Graves has a sit-down interview with Seth Rollins, and you got brand new World Tag Team Champions in the Street Profits. So the Oba Femi Uso stuff hypes up, obviously, the match for King of the Ring. Brie and Paige retaining. I'm not surprised, but Lyra attacking Bayley. Let's see where this goes. Yeah. Chad Gable, Alpha Academy stuff is somewhat interesting. Ethan Page knocking off Dragon Lee. Okay. Jackie Redmond in-ring interview with Io Sky and Liv Morgan hypes up that match. LA Knight defeating Jimmy Uso. Okay. Corey Graves, Seth Rollins stuff. Okay. And cool, you got new World Tag Team Champions. Cool. But who now are they going to face? Anyway, with all that being said, I'm going to give Raw almost a thumbs up. So not half thumbs up, not a thumbs up, right about there in the middle. Up next, NXT, Wade Barrett on commentary. Aaron Rourke still your men's Evolve champion. Tristan Angel's unsuccessful in his task. Shaquan Sugar's in the ring. Dion Lennox comes on out. Hank Walker and Tank Ledger. Your victors against Birthright. EK Prosper surprisingly got the upper hand of Keanu Carver. Ariana Grace in the speed match is right onto the finals. We're not onto the finals. She's getting a title shot. So, Wade Barrett commentary, cool. He's a good commentator. Aaron Rourke retaining. Well, at least Tristan Angel's got the title shot, I guess. The Shaquan Sugars, Dion Leonard stuff hypes up that match. Hank Walker, Tank Ledger winning. Probably a much bigger win for them. They'll be a little bit lost in the shuffle as of late. EK Prosper winning, a definite shocker. Ariana Grace, cool. You had Dorian Van Duke and Sean Legacy with momentum on their side as they took on the Culling. A heap of matches made for Great American Bash. They had Robert Stone in the ring. Naraku came out. Then Mason Rook did. Vanity Project did. Tony Angelo did. Brawl. So, cool win. Big win, I suppose you could say, for Dorian Van Duke and Sean Legacy. And then the stuff at the end, basically just a hype. Naraku, Tony D, and I give NXT a half thumbs up. On to Evolve. So a brand new, let me say it again, brand new women's Evolve champion in Nikita Lyons. An absolute shocker. I think Nikita's just awful in the ring. Hopefully she now improves as champion, but I doubt it. But this came out of nowhere. Kale Dixon made his Evolve debut, and he was a successful one. And then we had another retention by Aaron Rourke. So, like I said, Nikita Lyons winning, an absolute shock, big shocker. Kale Dixon beat Kale Dixon sent packing Kai Kaivore. Cool. Or at least he's doing something with Kale. And Max Abrahams not being able to win the men's Evolve Championship. At least he got a title shot, and I give Evolve a half thumbs up. Got one final segment to do here, but not until I have played this right here. One second. That is right. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Once again, do go and check out REW Radar Extreme Wrestling Online Effect Company. Spots Robin should you want in. Also go and check out Billy's Protein Tees. If you pick up a shirt, you get a shout out on REW, and the money for the cancer t-shirt goes to cancer charity. Also, our OW Reality Wrestling, where Billy's a trainee wrestler and referee. So go and purchase a ticket. Like I said, one final segment to do here, and that is getting this man working with some predictions. One second here, 1 second. Two 128 saying sad news, dude. And breaking the news that Joe Doring has passed away at 44 of brain cancer. Well, yeah, that is sad. but way before my time, Joe Doring. But thank you for the update. Let's start with tomorrow night's. And guys, do get your predictions in for all of these also. But tomorrow night's, or tomorrow during the evening, if it shows Night of Champions. So, in no particular order, Seth Rollins, I'm going to keep this up, whilst I'm predicting Seth Rollins, Bron Breakker steel cage match. This could really go either way. Rumors are still Seth is going to go after Reigns at SummerSlam. Bron really needs a win, but I'll say Seth. For the Women's US Championship, Tiffany Stratton defends against Jade Cargill. Tiffany's going to retain. Ricky Sainz goes after the Men's US Championship held by Trick Williams. Trick Williams is going to retain. Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan, Io Sky. I think Io wins this. Jey Uso over Femi. Jey Uso's winning. I think Lesnar will cost over. And it's Jey, Cody, or Jey, whoever should I say, at SummerSlam. And then Gunther versus Sami Zayn versus, Cody Rhodes versus Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Triple threat for the Undisputed Championship. I actually think Gunther wins here, getting Gunther, Jey, 3 at SummerSlam. But I'm not nowhere near done with the predictions here because it's now, if I've got a video, I'm not sure if I have or not. Hopefully, I think I have. Yes, I have. It's going absolutely haywire here. Give me a few seconds. I was trying to play. One more second, guys. One more second. Actually, I haven't got one of these. So we're going to have to keep up the WWE one. But it is TNA. Ugh. God. Hang on here, guys. Hang on. One second, guys. 1 second. Do bear with me. Hands absolutely sweaty here. Give me a few seconds. There we go. It is TNA Slammiversary predictions. So once again here, do bear with. I appreciate the patience. So we've got Indy Hartwell versus Mara Sade versus Elena Black. I'll say Elena Black. AJ Francis goes 1-on-1 against Elijah. Interesting stipulation. So I think, I don't know. I'll say I don't know. I'm not a regular TNA viewer, but I'll say AJ Francis. Eric Sosa faces Eric Young faces Ricky Sosa. Ricky Sosa to win. Eddie Edwards takes on Moose in a no surrender match. Moose. We got Mustafa Ali in an open challenge for the International Championship. I think Ali retains whoever that's going to be, who accepts the challenge. For the Knockouts Tag Team titles, the Elegance and Brand are defending against Rosemary and Ali. I think the Elegance Brand retain. For the X Division Championship, Ultimate X match is back, and it features Cedric Alexander, Leon Slater, Frank Kazarian, Mr. Elegance, Fabian Eichner, Casey Navarro, and Amazing Red. I think Cedric will keep the title. For the World Tag Team titles, Triple Threat ladder match, The System, The Hardys, and The Righteous. Fatal 4-way. And the Great Hands. My apologies there. It's a fatal 4-way. The Great Hands. I think The System will indeed remain as champions. For the Women's Championship, it's Lei Ying Lee and Zaya Brookside. I think Lei Ying Lee will indeed remain as the champion. And Mike Santana and Nick Nimmer for the TNA World Championship. Now, if Mike Santana is leaving it at TNA, I think he'll lose us here. If not, I can see him retaining. And we have one more go of these. Give me 1 second. Because it is one more second. It is the Great American Bash. You've got Charlotte Hill going one-on-one against Tristan Angels. I could see Tristan Angels stealing one here. Dean Lennox goes toe-to-toe with Shaquan Sugars. Shaquan Sugars probably needs to win more, therefore I'm saying him. The Women's Speed Championship challenger, Ariana Grace, champion Ren Sinclair. I think we're going to see a new champion here, Ariana Grace. The Women's North American Championship, can be the women's with the women's side of things. Champion Zarya, challenger Tim Paxley. I think Zarya will walk in and out the same way. The Men's North American Championship, Miles Bourne, Taylor Heights go at it. I think Miles Bourne will come out on top. The Women's NXT Championship, you've got Lola Vice and Kendall Gray battling over it. And I think Kendall Gray will come up short. And then for the Men's NXT Championship, Naraku is gunning for it. Tony D'Angelo is holding it. And I think Tony D'Angelo will remain holding it. So there we are. There are my predictions. It's absolutely warm here. So I'm going to get plenty of water. Do look out for my SmackDown preview, my SmackDown watch along. So SmackDown preview, SmackDown watch along coming your way. Do make sure to share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. And always remember, it is Ricky J bringing the British bike to the fight.